Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Rotor X Rotorway community seeks answers from troubled company. Cessna 177 takeoff accident claims life of AOPA VP McSpadden. United Airlines launches military pilot program. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Rotor X Rotorway community seeks answers from troubled company. A couple years ago, new ownership bought the Rotorway helicopter kit operation and rebranded it as Rotor X. Over the course of many months, numerous complaints were received about Rotor X, with reports of dozens of customers who claimed to have bought helicopter kits or subkits not having gotten what they paid for. Some have paid in full, with amounts exceeding well in excess of $100,000 and received little or nothing so far in return. Others have received parts of their kits, with few reporting having received the more expensive, complex parts of the assemblies, with the engines being AWOL in virtually every report. Many report asking for and demanding refunds, but few have reported any degree of success in obtaining them. Most recently, reports escalated with complaints about skilled personnel leaving the company after long periods of non-payment. Rotor X boss Don Shaw has finally admitted that the company was in poor financial shape, that many customers were owed parts or kits, and the much-lauded 180 horsepower turbocharged engine that had been promoted heavily for the last year or so is not yet complete. Shaw claims that investors were expected to become involved in the company within days. However, according to many in the Rotorway community, this is a refrain they have heard several times before. Coming up after the break, annual Dyer Owner Convention draws record attendance.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Annual Dyer Owner Convention draws record attendance. The record number of attendees gracing the 2023's iteration of the annual convention of the TBM Owners and Pilots Association evinces the commitment to safety and best practice characteristics of the organization's members. Held against the pristine autumnal background of Colorado Springs, a total of 323 Dyer owners, pilots, and enthusiasts attended the four-day event hosted by Colorado Springs' Broadmoor Hotel. The convention featured a series of in-depth sessions addressing flight operations and best practices. IATA boss asserts SAF prices likely to remain high. Notwithstanding global initiatives to raise production of biofuels and drive down the cost of such, SAF is certain to remain significantly more expensive than kerosene, so states International Air Transport Association head Willie Walsh. Mr. Walsh further posited the relatively high price of SAF will not dissuade air carriers from their carbon emission targets. NTSB undertakes record hiring. For purpose of contemporaneously keeping pace with emerging technologies and reducing the duration of investigations, the NTSB dramatically increased hiring in 2023. By the end of the prevailing fiscal year, NTSB personnel will number 433, a significant increase from the agency's August 2019 roster of 397 employees. Since the beginning of fiscal 23, the NTSB has hired 57 new workers compared to only 7 in 2017. By the close of fiscal 23, the agency aspires to see 70 new employees join its ranks. Oregon Civil Air Patrol Wing aids Army Corps of Engineers. Newly installed commanders of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Portland District conducted an aerial survey of the dams and reservoirs of Oregon's Willamette Valley during a flight operated by the CAP's Oregon Wing. CAP Colonel Brian Bishop served as mission pilot for the flight, with Colonel Dale Caswell Jr., Army Corps District Commander, and his Deputy Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Katie Werback, along with the district's Operations Project Manager, Eric Peterson. Colonel Caswell took command of the Portland District in July 2023. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Cessna 177 takeoff accident claims life of AOPA VP McSpadden. ANN has learned and verified that an accident took the life of a senior AOPA official with an extensive aviation and aviation safety background. AOPA has issued a statement that notes, quote, "We are deeply saddened to report that Richard McSpadden, AOPA Senior VP, died in an aircraft accident outside Lake Placid, New York on Sunday afternoon. The Cardinal 177, in which Richard was in the right seat, experienced an emergency after takeoff. The airplane attempted to return to the airport but failed to make the runway. Both occupants lost their lives. Richard was a very accomplished pilot, including serving as commander of the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds during his military career, a trusted colleague, friend, son, husband, and father. Richard is survived by his wife Judy, his son Grant, and daughter Annabelle. Our thoughts are with Richard's family at this time. We will provide more details as they are available." End quote. A native of Panama City, Florida, McSpadden started flying as a teenager and logged over 5,000 hours flying a variety of civilian and military aircraft. McSpadden was a commercial pilot, CFI and MEI with SCS, MES ratings, and a 525S Citation Jet single pilot type rating. And after these messages, United Airlines launches military pilot program.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Backcountry flying to us is our playground. For us, it's how we access the things we like to do. It's just our lifestyle. We exclusively use the Hartzell Voyager prop, and it's proved to be just a great combination for what we do. What it's doing, it's helping us all have better performing airplanes. Man, it feels a lot better clearing trees by 50 feet versus 20 feet. I don't ever see myself not flying.
Welcome back. United Airlines launches military pilot program. United Airlines has launched the United Military Pilot Program, an initiative affording full-time active duty U.S. military pilots access to conditional job offers as United SICs. The program is unique insofar as it provides participants employment assurance while they complete their military service and work toward meeting all United hiring requirements. The program stipulates successful candidates must first undergo employment interviews and complete all requisite flight training and certification prior to taking positions with the airline. Curiously, United's program does not require candidates to hold ATP certification at the time of application. Rather, candidates may obtain subject certification prior to joining United. Current or former military pilots who already meet United's mainline hiring requirements and are less than 6 months from availability or are already available, or are flying in the reserve components of their respective services, are encouraged to apply for SIC positions straight away. United Captain Michael Bonner, Managing Director of Aviate and Pilot Strategy and a former military pilot, remarked, quote, "As a former military pilot, I know firsthand how challenging it can be to transition to a civilian commercial pilot, but through this new program, we're providing the necessary tools, resources, and support system to ensure a direct path to the United flight deck," end quote. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.